Hello, budget friends. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa, and we are here to do a paycheck budget with me here in YNAB. Today is payday, September 13th. It is Friday, but you guys, this payday is going to look a lot different from the ones that we've had previously. Stay tuned. So, all right, you guys, we're just going to jump right into it and talk about what is happening this pay period. So, right before getting on to record this video, I wanted to make sure that, I was getting money from hubby because I didn't see him send over anything last night when we got paid, or even this morning when I got up and checked the accounts, there was nothing there from him. So, we were on the phone just before I started recording, and he told me that his paycheck is looking a little bit off this pay period. And as of right now, today's date, he's not going to be able to contribute any money. And let me tell you, you guys, I could have passed out because I had so much plans for this pay period, but I don't know what exactly is going on. I'm leaving it for him to figure it out. But what you're looking at is just income for myself. I'm not going to go into it because my anxiety level and stress level is already way too high for me to discuss that. So I'm just going to try to get through this video without stressing too much. So into the inflow account, I have some transactions to approve. My paycheck came in at $2,226.29. Then I did some movement between accounts for $11.19. There was another movement between this inflow account and my primary account for $320.41. And then there's a check that came in. So thankfully, last night, I got the mail yesterday and I opened the mail last night and there was a check. And usually I get these random letters and I don't open them sometimes because I'm like, always, it's somebody trying to get some money or somebody trying to do something, off or, entice me to sign up for something. But something told me to open the mail and I opened it and it was a settlement check from a class action suit that I did sign up for a piece of equipment that I had at home. And you guys, I can't believe I got $155.63 in a settlement check. And it is actually legit. So usually I would sign up for these anytime they come in my email, but the most I've gotten from a settlement was like $1 and some cents. So for me getting this much, I guess God knew what he was doing, right? So moving on to the next account. Before we do that, let's reconcile this one. Into the primary account, I have 2 to approve. My Discover payment went out for $154 for the minimum for September. And my Marcus payment went out for $17.11. That was interest that I paid to my Marcus card, and we're going to reconcile this account also. Into the bills account, there's nothing that has happened, but we're going to just hit reconcile. Wrong account. There is nothing that has happened. The landlord has not deposited a check. So let's go ahead and just reconcile and say, yes, this is $2,500 that is in the account. The only thing I did enter the transactions because the check is out, so I'm waiting for it to be cleared. In my Capital One number 2 card, there was a payment of $60.78 for interest, and I'm going to approve and reconcile that account. And I'm moving real fast because I do have work today, so I need to get things done. So next up is into my Capital One number 1 card. There was a payment of $329.47. I'm going to go ahead and approve this transaction and also reconcile this account. And that's it for all the accounts. I don't have anything else to approve or reconcile. Let's jump in and talk about the budget. So there's 4 overspent categories here, and one of them I completely missed. So I made a purchase for my kids from Carter's on the 5th, and I completely forgot to log it because Carter's does not get imported into YNAB automatically. So I did forget. It's not until the box came home with the clothes for the kids that I remembered that I did do this shopping. So we will have to cover this out of ready to assign right off the bat. Next is groceries and household that I did purchase. One thing that I have not, and I need to start doing this because I know I need to do it, but mentally I do, but I don't do it physically here in YNAB. I find the money first for things that I need to buy, but I don't go in and move it into its respective categories before spending. So this grocery and household that I did purchase, I told myself I was going to take it from the car insurance. So the car insurance is due today. It actually went out right before I got on. So it is due today. And I did decide that I was going to take this money and use for groceries and then allocate money for the car insurance from this pay period. So now household goods is 55.15. What I'm not going to do is then go ahead and take it from the car insurance because I need to pay the car insurance today anyway. So all of this money I'm going to just go and take from ready to assign. But you guys, like I said, I did find the money first for these expenses. I just did not move the money here in YNAB. So 146.73 for additional groceries that was bought yesterday. And I did go shopping yesterday because I knew I wasn't going to be able to go today because I do have work. I do have to pick the baby up from school early and make it to work by 2 o'clock. So what I'm going to do though, the car insurance did come through. I'm going to go ahead and enter it because that's going to take care of the overspending on my Apple Card because I did make an extra payment or overpaid on the Apple Card for the groceries that I bought. So let's put in Geico. Car insurance was $257.40. That was charged to my Apple Card just moments ago. So there we go. Now I have to pay an additional $163.13 to my Apple Card. So let's just jump in because now all the overspent categories has been taken care of. So we're going to go in and budget the rest of this money that we have left. In the monthly bill section, I'm going to jump down to what's due next, which is our iCloud storage for $10. I'm going to budget for SiriusXM for $8 because these two are due before we get paid again. Now let's move down because cell phone and internet will be paid on the next paycheck. One main, I do have to pay one main. I'm in the main focus section right now. I do have to pay one main $254. And I'm hoping to be able to pay half of Lending Club for $530. So these loans are my personal loans. So that is why I am going ahead to pay these half payments. Now, next in the credit card payment section, Mattress Firm is due for $67. And I don't have anything else due in this pay period because Famous Footwear, Carter's, and Chase are at zero balances because I only have this $86.23 to pay to Carter's, and then we'll be back to zero. So nothing else is there for me to pay on those cards. And Capital One, number two, and my Apple Card, those are due at the end of the month. So we'll worry about those when we get paid again. So in the transportation section, my auto loan is due on the 25th. But you guys, I can only set aside half the payment for that for right now for $470. We can't do anything else. In the transportation section, I did buy gas the start of this week on Monday. So I'm hoping this gas could get us through to the next pay period. We're not going to put anything in here or anything else in this category. Let's move into the personal section. There is $30 here. We're not going to put anything else. So what we need to get through is the everyday spending section. Copay, I'm going to put an additional $35 because I do have a copay coming up. It's scheduled. So I will put that there. Dental, I'm not even going to look at it, you guys. My appointment for my extraction is next week. My insurance is still working through the predetermination. They have approved more than half of it so far. So they have one other part because I do have to get a bone graft because I'm going to get an implant and they're having some issue with what the dental office coded. So I'm waiting for them to approve that section. But so far, so good. We're just going to wait to see what we have to pay out of pocket before we put any money in this category. Eating out, I'm going to put an additional, let's put an additional $14 just to get it up to 20. We have $5.81. Let's put an additional $14 and what is that, 19 cents? Yes. And then groceries, I wanted to put $250, but as of right now, I'm only going to put 200, and hopefully this will get us through to the next pay period. I just went grocery shopping yesterday, so I probably won't have to go until next week. And hopefully this $200 could get us through. Given, I'm going to add an additional $1 here because I usually tip the barber $5, and I had used a dollar out of that money for a donation. So a dollar back in here gets me to $5. Household goods, I do need to get paper towel because I went yesterday and I missed knowing or even realizing that I needed paper towels. So I'm putting $20 here, and hopefully that will get us enough paper towels to last us at least until the next pay period. Medication, I'm putting $10 here. I need to pick up a prescription from the pharmacy for my son. Propane, they did deliver propane. I just don't know what the bill is just yet. So as soon as they send the bill, I'll know what to pay. We're going to skip everything else, reimbursement and unexpected spending, because I don't budget for that. In the My Babies section, I need to put $20 for after school, and I'm only going to put $20 for the babysitter because the baby will only be there today for about an hour and a half. Braces, I need to put 164, and child support, I need to put 263. So all I'm left with is $7.62. I'm going to go ahead and put that $7.62 in, let's put it in the groceries, just in case we need it, because I don't have any additional money to use. I do know that I need heating oil, but I have $300 here in our sinking funds in the home category. We have $300. So that will have to be monies that we use to get heating oil when the heating oil comes around. So you guys, that's it. We don't have any more money. There is so much other things to be paid, but we are down to zero, so we can't do anything else. So that's what it is, you guys. I'm not going to stress. I'm just going to work with what I have until additional monies come in. So I appreciate you for clicking on and watching this video. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye now.